Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate having me.
What was it like growing up in Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Ann Arbor, it was cool. I'm super grateful for it. Like the schools, they were all really cool. Like I feel like I went to a bunch of different schools that always encouraged me to bring out like just being me and just being natural to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I went to a teen center there in high school. It's like a place for like high schoolers and shit to like create. So I was like playing shows and like my band was recording and like doing stuff like that like at this like teen center. It was really cool.
What was it called?
Neutral Zone.
Neutral Zone.
Neutral Zone. Shout out to Neutral Zone.
Who were some of your musical influences growing up?
Growing up, like my dad for sure was always just playing me some different stuff. Like he for sure was like getting me with the Beatles and that kind of stuff. As a kid, I don't remember like Beatles, and then he always just like would have on like the local like college radio, and it would have all this like world music like raga and reggae and all this stuff that was always like really nice. And
The University of Michigan College radio station?
yeah, WCVN.
Yeah,
U of M.
that's crazy. So at what age did you first start making music?
I was 13.
13?
Yeah, I mean, I always would kind of like tap around the piano and just like sing little stuff, and I was always kind of creative, like to like draw as a kid. But when I was 13, I got my first guitar and started to kind of like write. And, yeah.
Can you tell me about Present Company?
Oh, Present Company. All right, that's pretty good. That was the band in high school that I was talking about. Yeah, we did a record. It's out still. Like I just don't talk about it. But yeah, that was my band in high school. I like there was a kid that was in my percussion section in band that played drums, obviously because in percussion, and then we would just like hang out and I'd write songs and he'd play drums to them, and then I found a kid that played guitar named Noah, so it was very confusing, and then yeah, we just played a lot of shows, just like not too many like out, but just like at that teen center I was talking about, like Neutral Zone, like on like Fridays and shit. People would put shows on, and it was really fun.
Your name's Noah?
That's my real name, correct? Yeah.
Okay, I was like
But
trying to piece
but
that
Lev is
together
cool.
there.
Lev is cool for like.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of.
Actually, that was one of my next questions.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name, Lev UFO?
So Lev is my Hebrew name. So that kind of like made sense, and then the UFO is kind of like otherworldly, you know what I mean? Like a little kind of like, I've always felt a little bit like an outsider, whatever, as basic as it is. So yeah, I think it just kind of is me embracing my weirdness at times, just being a little bit weird. Yeah. Has no self-flow to it.
Was there a name prior to that?
Yes. To get really into it, I had two names. I was Lev, and then I was also UFO Iodo, which kind of just like, it's just kind of, I just liked how it sounded. It was IODO, and it just like sounded cool to me. And then like my first videos, they're private now, but like it's literally like credits like both Lev and UFO, like Iodo. And then like at some point I just smashed them together because it sounded cooler.
Sounds way cooler.
Yeah, I love you.
Where did you go to high school?
A school called Y-High, Washington International High School.
How was your experience there?
It was very interesting. It was like the curriculum was like IB, which is like a kind of special curriculum that's like international baccalaureate. It's a little bit harder. I transferred there from like the big feeder high school to a smaller one, which I thought was cool because before then, like I'd gone to these schools that were a bit smaller, so I felt like it kind of encouraged me to just be a little bit more individualistic and myself. So transferring to that school, like I just felt it was cool. Like there was a very diverse group of kids, so it was always interesting. And
then you ended up attending Columbia here in Chicago.
Yeah, I went to Columbia.
How was your experience there?
It was good. I went for a year, and then I just got sent home because of COVID. And then it was good though. Like I met all these awesome people through that. So like I'm very grateful for Columbia. It was brief though, about a year and a half, and then I went
to school for like a year or two. So I feel you.
Yeah.
What was it like? I didn't go to school through COVID. What was that like? Trying to do.
Oh, I hated Zoom classes.
School with.
I just like. I either would go and then just like have like 10 tabs open and just be like reading some random article on the internet on Wikipedia about some kidnapping from 1940. You know what I mean? That, or I would just not log on.
Yeah. I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I would have been so bad with like going to school during COVID.
That's why I probably wouldn't have like moved when I did or like left college like at the time that I did if not for COVID, because I just like Zoom classes just didn't make sense for me.
I actually heard that you predicted COVID before it happened in a song you did in 2019 with Clem.
That's crazy. I did. So that was as it was happening. That's so funny. Yeah, it's called Wii U is a working title. We made it because Clem had been like Parquet's my producer bestie. Shout out to Clem. Had been messing around with a progression in class, and then like because we had the same classes every day of the week. It was like class A and class B, and there was like an hour. There was an hour break. And so during that break, we just like made this little song, and it was like in the first like week or two of people like talking about it, and like we were just like freestyling it, and it was called like COVID or something like that, like coronavirus or like, and we were just like singing about it way before, and like actually it's funny, like it was those classes. One of Clem's roommates for some reason had a bunch of masks, just like because he was from Japan, and they just it's kind of a cultural thing there. They have more, like, and so like Clem and I wore those masks to class one day, and before anyone like was really doing it, and like this teacher just clowned us, like for like wearing masks, and within like 2 weeks we were all home.
Crazy. How we met is actually a really funny story.
That's crazy.
Because
Destiny.
What was it? Like a year and a half ago, probably.
Yeah.
We were doing a golden ticket giveaway. We give away these golden tickets for our Summer Smash Festival.
Yeah.
Where if you win it, we place them all around the city, and if you find it, you get like a free 3-day pass to the festival. And we had Glaive in town.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, it'd be funny if Glaive gave away a ticket. So we went to Wicker Park. We were outside of a pet store. And Glaive like posted like his location where he was, and we waited. Honestly, that one kind of took long. Most of them take like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That one kind of took a little bit longer. It took maybe 15. And dude, next thing you know, like I look to my left and I see a tall kid and like a shorter kid just sprinting down the street aggressively.
We were running,
and it ended up being you and Clem.
Yeah.
This just guided me through that few minutes.
It was meant to be. I forget. We'd been at the studio called Zoetic, actually. I forget where it's by now. But I think that I'd gone out to like pick up some food, and Clem called me like Glaive posted this address, like it's nearby. So I just like drove by the studio. Clem just like got in the car, and we just like drove like hell. I like just like put the car in park, and we just started running. And like Glaive was so fucking tall.
He's so tall.
And like he makes Clem look short.
Yeah.
Like it's a funny picture. I think that I have it somehow.
Can you explain what is going on in these photos?
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Bro, I'm private. How'd you even That's crazy. That's Damon John. I was seeing, so like 1 week my parents were like, Noah, there's like your second cousin, her bat mitzvah is like next week, and we're going to Colorado. So we went, and there's a hotel that we stayed at, and we were just like coming out one time, and we just like grew up watching Shark Tank and shit. I still watch it like every fucking day. I love Shark Tank. And Damon's the coolest, so he was just there, and then we like I think that he'd been there for like a meeting with one of his like person that I found on the show.
Yeah. And
like we just got a picture with him, and I still love this picture. I still love this picture so much.
And what about this one?
That's me with at the Blue Man Group. That was here. That would have been one of the first times that I came to this city, to Chicago. My mom took me to the Blue Man Group, man. Yeah, and afterwards I got the picture. We had the same hair, and that was my buzz cut that I had inspired by Marshall Mathers.
Oh, facts.
My Eminem haircut.
That's so funny.
It's not bleached though, so it didn't have the full effect.
You didn't take it all the way there.
I didn't take it all the way.
So, you just recently dropped that Lev UFO EP. What was the creation process of that project like? We
didn't go into it like intending on making like an EP. I think all the songs felt like really fun singles. And then it was like, all right, but let's come at this rollout with a bit more of like a whole idea of like what we want to do. So the creation process, those songs, I mean, like Hate Today, which is one of the songs off of it, and Chicken Soup, which is one of the songs off of it, were both started like while I was still in like Zoom classes. It was at an Airbnb in Logan Square. I made those with Clem. Chicken Soup was more produced by me. but Hate Today was produced by Heart Gaze. And yeah, like we just having fun, just making songs like we always do. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then I just wanted to have like 5 songs that all felt like they were fun and good vibes and shit. And they all kind of came together, and I was like, all right, these 5 songs feel like a good little like group of songs to put out. So, yeah.
Do you have a personal favorite song off that project?
Maybe It's Again. Mm-hmm. That's one of the songs off it. I mean, that one is like more emotional. It's a little bit. I'm trying to think. That is definitely the most recent one. Because Hate Today like was 2020, which is crazy. But Again was like last Halloween. Was like when we made that one, and like and then also that one I kind of produced half of it too. So like it feels like it's like pretty. It's like more modern for like where I'm currently at. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Something I've wondered. What's with the South Park boxers?
That's a great question. Those have like my brother's initials in them, like on the tag, just because like we had them since we were just kids. I don't even know how it started. I'm trying to think of the first time that I actually wore them. Overall, I like to kind of have like a brand image and just kind of like something that I can kind of like be like seen by. It's the same for these glasses, exactly. Yeah. So it's these glasses, the white tank top, and then those boxers are like my little like image right now. Yeah. I just like consistency. It's kind of cool to like a walking logo for myself. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Really does not have anything. And it's less to do with South Park and more to do with the colors. It's just bright colors. Also, it's just funny. It's just like South Park. It's like what the fuck. Like it's just kind of a random thing.
Exactly. It's very recognizable.
I'm not some kind of like South Park like super fan.
Oh, that's kind of where I was going. Because I first saw those in the Gasoline video. Yeah. And then I saw them again in the Hate Today video.
They're all the videos.
And I was like, okay, I'm starting to see this trend more and more. Like, let me just find out.
My shows too. I also wear them.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to one yet.
Yeah.
Get to know you question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
I really like the one where he like goes like off that cliff into that like the bus stop. The one with like that one. That one's like
that's a great one.
Cemented into my brain.
Yeah.
That one is like a classic.
The funniest tweet I ever saw was someone said like I don't know how much time you guys have spent in Joliet, Illinois, but like someone posted like my favorite SpongeBob episode is the one where he gets lost in Joliet, and that's like they're referring to that episode. That's a great one.
Lost in Joliet. I know it isn't. It's
that's what it is. That's what it is. My favorite one is the Super Bowl halftime episode.
Oh yeah, it's a classic. People like worship that one. It's a great show.
Great show.
I love SpongeBob.
10 out of 10 show. All right, you're from Michigan, but you lived in Chicago and you spent enough time here.
Yes.
And you were like a part, and still are a part of the music scene, but you now live in LA.
Correct.
I like to ask this question to a lot of Chicago-based artists, and you were at one point. What do you think is missing in Chicago's music community?
That's a great question. I don't want to sound controversial here, because I feel like I don't I don't know. I don't want to speak from not like being Chicago enough. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But from what I see, from what I see in California now, money. This is just not as much like you get the feeling that like folks and like even just like friends that I have will like pick up gigs just like playing shows and stuff like that and just like get paid really really nicely, and I feel like there's just less money that's like injected into Chicago into the scene here, but the people are here, like the songs are here, the talent's here, I love Chicago. I just wanted some warmer weather and you know what I mean, and that kind of stuff.
Nah, honestly, I think the weather has a huge factor.
Yeah, I mean for me that's like yesterday it was like 22, dude. Like,
dude, brutal.
It was brutal.
I almost skipped that show because of how cold it was.
Yeah, same here. Like we were just it was tough to get outside.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a big factor for me.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Who are some artists that you want to work with in the future?
That's a great question. I would love to work. I'm trying to think of not too like which generation. I would love to work with Gorillaz. Oliver Tree would be really cool. Mm-hmm. Tyler would be really cool. Mm-hmm. Gambino would be really really cool. That's like one of my tops. In terms of producers, also as a big list, Dylan Brady would be really cool. Kenny Beats would be really, really cool.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. I just want to collaborate for sure and just like, yeah.
And then the last question I have for you is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be able to. I see myself. I'm gonna manifest this.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a tour, like the whole world, just like playing like a bunch of different countries and shit, like as like Lev UFO, the headliner. That'd be really like that's like my goal right now is and like sell out shows and like festivals and stuff like that. Like I really want to like be able to have that like those moments where I can just like get lost in the music on stage with like millions of people. You know what I mean? Like watching and listening and experiencing it.